Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us for today's webinar, Data Science Solutions Showcase, Call Center Chat Analytics. I'm Haley Matissa with RapidMiner, and I'll be your moderator for today's session. We're joined today by Surya Puchala, Lead Big Data Analytics at Capius Technologies USA. Capius is a RapidMiner partner and a digital business transformation company focusing on renovating enterprise business by leveraging big data analytics, Internet of Things, mobile first, and cloud technologies. With 26 plus years of experience, Surya heads the technology initiatives at Capius in the areas of big data, business intelligence, data warehousing, advanced analytics, and high-performance cluster computing. Surya is the creator of ZetaMine, a data science platform, Epicube, a commercial analytic NDM application, and SolPro, a procurement optimization solution. Surya has held many senior leadership roles with Fortune 500 companies like GE Capital, Cognizant, Accenture, and HCL. Surya is Vice President of TDWI, India chapter, Gardener of Hyderabad Hadoop Users Group, and founder of Hyderabad Data Science Group. He graduated from IIT Kharagpur. I'm also joined today by Tom Ott, our RapidMiner marketing data scientist. So we'll let them get started in just a minute, but first a few housekeeping items for those on the line. Today's webinar is being recorded, and you'll receive a link to the on-demand version via email within 1 to 2 business days. You're free to share that link with colleagues who are not able to attend today's live session. Second, if you have any trouble with audio or video today, your best bet is to try logging out and logging back in, which should resolve the issue in most cases. Finally, we'll have a Q&A session at the end of today's presentation. Please feel free to ask questions at any time via the questions panel on the right-hand side of your screen. We'll leave time at the end to get to everyone's questions. I'll now pass it over to Tom.
Great, thank you very much, Haley. And I'm really excited to be here today to listen to this fantastic presentation on call center chat analytics. Really hits a lot of powerful things about RapidMiner that I'm sure that Surya is going to get into in a minute. But before I do, I'd like to just lay out the agenda. I only have a few slides here. I'm going to give a brief introduction to RapidMiner before I really hand it over to Surya to talk about the business drivers for call centers, the chat analytics, of course, the algorithms and methodologies, and then the solution demo with Q&A. So if I can move to the next slide. Who is RapidMiner and what is RapidMiner? Well, RapidMiner is the #1 open source data science platform. That's it. Really, it's a key important thing to remember behind this, that we invest in the right tools and the right skills to uncover new opportunities. And this is how we empower our users, and this is how we empower our partners as well, too. So next slide. And you'll see that we really, really mean this. We really do. Our tools are self-serving machine learning. They're lightning fast. They allow you to operationalize your models quickly and easy and effortlessly into your IT infrastructure and really get to the value drivers, the things that really make a difference and move the needle in your business. Next slide, please. And what do I mean by that? Well, you can see here that we're really, truly a platform. We're 10 miles wide, 10 miles deep. You can do the data prep. We can connect to all different types of data sources. You're dealing with big data and Hadoop, we can do it. You're dealing with flat files, we can do it. You can do Salesforce, all these different other methods. And I know Surya is definitely going to touch base on some of the great connectivity that we have here in this webinar. You do your model, you do your validation, all within the same tool. And finally, when you get ready to put it into production and you get ready to actually operationalize and move the needle, we can do that effortlessly with a simple save as your models and deploy it onto a server. And now with that, I'm going to hand it over to Surya to take it away.
Thank you very much, Tom. That's a great introduction to RapidMiner, and we are very excited to be here talking about how we have built the call center analytics solution on RapidMiner. Just to give you a sense of what we have done. Why is chat dominating the call centers, right? A service center generally plays a significant role in the overall user experience after the sale, right? The rest of the touch points the customer has is with the service center. What we offer as a part of our solution suite of call centers is to do with speech, chat, email, and social media. These are the various channels in which customers are interacting with the business and their products and services currently. However, today we are going to concentrate and then explore the various issues that comes across when dealing with chat. The mediums such as chat are becoming so popular because of the availability of the devices that the user has. That is number one. Number two, the sales agents are not just stuck with the telephone call where it is only a single task type of an environment. Chat provides an agent to attend to one or more chats at any point of time. And then, chats also enable us the interaction between the customer service agent and the customers so that they can exchange the data. For example, they can, send in the information through video or audio or photograph. So all this makes a chat platform a very attractive tool for interaction between the call center as well as the customer who is having the issue to be resolved. The next one, I would like to briefly go through the chat process, which will enhance the appreciation as to what our solution does. Typically, a chat process starts with a user giving in some preliminary information about him, the issue that he wants to be addressed, and then the chat session starts. As soon as the chat is finished, there will again be a post-chat survey wherein the customer can fill in his experience about the chat. However, and most of the solutions that that have been in the market, they deal with accessing the metadata of this chat information and then report in the batch time as to the volumetrics of the call and various things that are directly given by either the customer or in the agent in terms of the metadata. However, the most of the information, the big chunk of the information is in the chat itself. So the chat is a conversation between two people, and it is all in text. So this data is often ignored, and which is a gold mine for various solutions that we can develop, which is a need of the hour for large call centers. Let's go to the, let us see, for example, how effective can we measure the customer satisfaction? What generally happens in the call center is they pick up randomly some of the chats for quality analysis, just to see what is happening in the chat in order to do quality assurance, in order to identify some of the top issues. And these methods are manual, laborious, and then time consuming, right? What we could probably do here is to deploy data science methods, particularly the text analytics and NLP, in order to mine information about indirectly inferencing what could be the customer sentiment, what are the trending topics, and how the agent has been performing in the call center. So these are three big pivotal areas that we are going to address today. In order to develop the chat sessions like this, what we would do is, initially we will have to ingress data or source data from the chat service providers like LivePerson, Salesforce Chat, and Atlassian, etc., etc. There are various chat platforms that are available and widely in use. So the first thing is to, and these chats come into the system with various formats. And what we are going to do in this webinar is we are going to concentrate only on, XML based, because LivePerson gives us the XML base, so that, we will pre-process it. Generally, in order to, do the processing of XML, we will have to use external tools or write our own adapters. So in order to bypass that and then, integrate various data cleansing, data munging, feature extract aspects of the analysis, we have used RapidMiner as a solution. That is number one. Number two, the chats happen in big volumes. For example, one of the solution provider, one of the call centers that we have worked with, they had about 2,000 agents, and each of the agents typically does about 10 to 15 chats a day. Right? That's a huge volume that needs to be handled. So RapidMiner also provides the scheduling functionality so that we can pull all those chats in, process them, and make it ready for analysis. So these are, that being said, we also have some challenges in terms of how do we, our developers have built in some components using various methods in, for example, R or Python, which are very popular tools, right? If I want to leverage this platform, how do I embed this? So RapidMiner comes with a complete package for us to actually manage the models, to deploy the models, and then extract the solutions. That is in terms of how we run our models. The second challenge we have is how do we basically persist the data when the analysis is done. So RapidMiner also have the persistence layer, ability to persist into any of the databases, be it relational databases, be it non-relational databases. In our solution, in our chat solution, we have used MongoDB as our persistent layer. It helps us basically access this data from any of the tools external tools that we have, and then present it, be it D3, be it HighCharts, be it any other visualization tool. We will be able to use it and then slice and dice or project with a lot of extensibility. Coming back to various algorithms, there are three pieces of information that I would like to share with you. One is the chat analytic process itself. So what we have is any analysis process requires us to do n-grams. For example, repeatedly in the chat, certain words are repeated in tandem. For example, I have called earlier, or I have called twice already. That's what customers might say, right? This is the third time I have called, or I couldn't get through to you, I had to call you back so many times. These are the complaints, right? And that happens that is in the lingua of a call center operations, right? And then there are also certain phrases like, this keeps happening, and I never heard back from you. The feedback is given in certain way, which will reflect sentiment of the customer. So n-grams and identifying some of the phrases that will reflect sentiment, they are of very high importance to a call center. For example, when an agitated customer might also use very abusive language, and it's important for us to handle all those languages. That is on tracking the sentiments. And then there is again topic mining and trending topics. These are not the hashtag kind of an environment where we can readily give what is trending. We will have to basically use techniques like LDA in order to mine what topics have been currently trending. So there are variety of tools, but in the context of this webinar, we are going to deal with a few topic mining techniques, sentiment analysis, and agent scoring. Agent scoring is also a very complicated process. Here, what we are seeing in terms of the sentiment scoring, it is not a paragraph that is given to us, and then in a typical NLP and text mining process, we do the stemming, the tokenizing, and score the sentiment of a entire paragraph or corpora. the challenge we have in a call center is, how do we go about actually modeling the customer sentiment, and then what are the various factors that affect. So it is not as, because it's a conversation, it's happening in a conversation. It is, so we have taken the advice of our SMEs who have worked in the call center for decades, and they have given us some of the rules in order to start our modeling with. That is why we have said model evaluation at the right hand side of the sentiment score. Our pivotal aspects is, number one, how much of weightage I am giving to the customer sentiment. Second, how is the various themes going together or strung together in a conversation. So that is another piece of information. And then the last piece is how did agent finish up the conversation. So these are all the three aspects that we consider in order to calculate the sentiment score. This is a method that we have evolved. The second challenge is agent scoring. This is always a challenge. For example, we see US universities or universities have been ranked, and there is no one right answer to this question. So it always evolves. And agent scoring with the current, the customers that we have dealt with, every customer, every line of business, they have their own set of performance evaluation criterion. However, there are some criterion which qualitatively measured, which will come into the model, and then there are measures which we can directly infer from text analytics. I will also show when we look at some of the dashboards as to what some of those driven by the text analytics software. Right. Now I would like to show what our chat solution is going to look like. This is in the RapidMiner. The first box here is the extraction box. So we will have to extract this information. So let me just show you. This is sessions XML file, which has all the information like what I have shown you. And then what we would give is the XPath, where we need to pull the session information on, and then XPath for various attributes which needs to be extracted. For example, ID, visitor, chat start time, end time. All this information is gathered from the XML file. After that, after we get that, we will do the cleansing and then extract the features. For example, what is the duration of the entire call? So we take one information from, we convert the dates, we take the difference from the information that we have gathered, and then we subset. That means we select a few columns that are of interest to us, and then pull it into our models. These models that we have developed, they are custom models. We have customized some of the information. So when I see that, it opens up a Python. This is where we have all the custom coding for sentiment analysis, agent scoring, all that will be there. And if you see the input goes here, and then we do the tokenizing, we do the stemming, all that, and then we also used LDA, latent dirichlet allocation model, in order to get the topic mining, and then we also do the sentiment analysis, and then store it in the MongoDB database. So we store it in the MongoDB database. Yeah, if you see this, we have about 300 chats here, and it shows 252 as positive and neutral and the negative. What it gives us is the overall sentiment of that batch, and in this is, we can build a lot more filters since it is, even the developers, when they run their models, they will be able to readily do this. And if this and this information is all persisted in the MongoDB database, so we will be able to build a lot more filters using this data and then made available to the consumers. We can also see various slice and dice. Let us do one slice and dice. I'm trying to do by city, I'm trying to find out what happens when we do it by the city. Okay, so how many calls, for example, this shows how many calls have happened from a specific city. So, this can point us to where a specific line of business or a product line could have an issue. Right? Just why we have used RapidMiner earlier, and then we have also shown how data ingestion, data cleansing, feature extraction, and the dashboards that are available within the RapidMiner. The key takeaway is that I'm interested in letting the audience know is the most important data that exists in any call center and which has not been leveraged yet is actual text data. There is a lot of information that we will be able to garner out of this, and it also yields to a lot of analysis in terms of mining the customer sentiment, correlating the mined customer sentiment with what is actually the customer has given. So there are a lot of correlations that we will be able to do. The second one is, it can identify the trending topics, not only in terms of what topics are trending, it can also give an inkling as to how the product is doing and probably give inputs to the roadmap of the product features and the needs of the users. That is something which can directly go to the bundling of the product or other features of the product. The most important thing is it can help proactively address some of the issues that can happen in the call center, and then the sooner a certain issue is addressed, the better. So there are so many these three critical pivots that we talked about: customer sentiments, analyst agent scoring, and then topic mining. They can be used. There can be a lot more use cases than what I could articulate in the time that is given. Now to talk about our KPS Technologies, we are a analytics firm based out of Santa Clara in the US, and we deal with both building solutions as well as providing consulting services across various verticals, and we are experienced in customer analytics, predominantly in customer segmentation, customer churn, and any market-facing activities, as well as other traditional areas like predictive maintenance, risk modeling, and portfolio optimization, and outlier detection. With this, I'll hand over this session to Leslie. Leslie?
Sorry, this is Haley speaking. So we're actually going to just open up for Q&A. So I just wanted to thank everyone for joining, and as a reminder, we're going to be sending a recording of today's presentation within the next few business days. I've got a couple questions that already came in, so we'll be sending the slides as well as the recording of the presentation for those of you who may have been a bit late, or if you want to share it with your colleagues. So like I just said, I'll now open it for question and answer. So if you guys have any questions on the line, please feel free. I see a bunch of questions already coming in, so we'll go ahead and address those now. So Surya, the first question that I see here is, are you using specific words lists to determine positive or negative sentiments?
Actually, what we do is we do have a standard list of words which are given by our customers, right? Every customer has their own statements. For example, in the call center that we work with, we have things like frustrating, you people, ridiculous, misleading. These are more or less rule-based type of a thing that we adopt and then score the sentiments. That is one. And we are at the stage where let me go back in the slide and show one slide. If you see this slide, right, right now most of our implementations are driven by the rules, and then we are our system is constantly developed. We are using a lot more statistical analysis and machine learning in order to add to the vocabulary and corpora of the sentiments that we could score it on. Does it answer the question?
Yeah,
Great. It looks like we have another question here. Is the analysis done as a real-time stream analytics job or only after the fact?
We do real-time streaming as well as the post analytics, and our offerings also include the speech and chat. So we have 4 solutions in that order. So we do real-time chat, post-chat, real-time speech, and post-speech.
Great, thanks. Another question here. How do you guys deal with conversations or reviews that are in other languages?
Yes, we do. We have about, we support about 80-90 languages. Yeah. Because we use the, we use various APIs, but we do support 80 languages, 80 to 90 languages.
Great. Another question here. How often do you train the classifier? Is this application for business use or data scientist use?
Could you repeat the question, please?
Sure. The question was, how often do you train the classifier? Is the application for business use or is it for data scientist use?
We train it often. Since we also persist the data, every batch that comes, we keep enhancing the classifier.
Okay. The next question is, can we do analysis of audio as well?
Yes, that is what I mentioned. In audio, we do the speech analytics. So that is where audio will be analyzed. And yeah, the answer is yes. And audio basically in real time as well as post. That's a different solution that's part of our entire portfolio.
Okay. This person is asking, do you support the Arabic language?
Yes, it is Arabic language support.
Yeah,
for audio.
Yeah, I think we support Arabic as well.
Great. Tons of questions coming in. Thanks to everyone in the audience. Next question, why are you using NLP functionality in Python? Do you recommend any RapidMiner extensions for NLP?
Yeah. See, we've basically had programmers and our engineering. We started working, way before, we have found the entire the tool set that can hold the solution together. So those are the engineering pieces we have already done. So we are looking for a place where we can quickly put it in. So we will enhance as we go, and then RapidMiner has great text processing tools as well. But those are all in our plan in order to rationalize our technology stack. We would eventually be doing it.
Great. It looks like we have a question here, which I'm going to direct to Tom Ott from RapidMiner. Can RapidMiner connect to Teradata?
Yes, it can. RapidMiner allows you to, if the database has a JDBC driver, RapidMiner will allow you to install that and connect to Teradata. I connected myself personally to Teradata a little while ago, but yeah, make sure you read the documentation and install the JDBC driver.
Great, thanks, Tom. Question for Capius. Do you have a method for handling errors like frequent misspelling?
Yeah, misspelling, grammar correction, that's part of the solution. Yeah.
Great. Another question here for Capius. What types of chat data and technologies does Chat Analytics support?
Actually, our solution is technology agnostic. Our engine is already built. So when the only two things are variables here is where do I source the data and where do I persist the data. So these are the two pieces that requires a little bit of system integration work. But besides that, the entire solution will stay as it is, and it's built on RapidMiner. So that's the only piece that stays.
Okay, great. Another question here. Do you offer chatbot feature for the Polish language?
What should we do?
Chatbot. Actually, it is in the roadmap for us, chatbots. Since we are not in the chat automation business, right? We haven't, put it high on our solution landscape. We are enhancing our machine learning ability and enhancing our, core engine at the moment. And we are going towards, we are progressing towards the AI, and chatbox is in the our roadmap. But currently, no.
Yeah.
Great, thanks. I have another question here for RapidMiner. I'm going to direct this one to Tom as well. Does RapidMiner come with sample projects or data? And what is the importance of domain knowledge for rule building?
Actually, a very good question. So the first one, does it come with sample data? Yes, it does. When you first download RapidMiner 7.3, there will be in your repository a folder called samples, and there will be all different types of sample database, the Titanic one being probably the most famous one there. So yes, sample data, yes. Regarding the domain expertise is quite important. I mean, for instance, you wouldn't apply the same set of rules or your same thought if you work in marketing and then you apply it to, say, predictive maintenance or something like that. So having the domain expertise and working in your field, you can definitely apply data science tools like RapidMiner or platform to that, and of course get value out of it. But yes, domain is very important.
Great, thanks, Tom. Question for you, Capius. For real-time speech, do you use speech-to-text conversion?
Yeah, very much. Yeah, speech to solution, more or less this chat solution, right? We leverage the asserts that we have built for this solution, and then the speech solution has an extension, right? We get the speech, we convert it into chat, we convert it into a conversation, and from that point forward, it is a chat solution.
Great.
Yes.
Lots of questions coming in. Oh, are you? Sorry, I'll let you finish. So next question for you, Capius, is what specific machine learning classifiers do you use?
It's not. See, we use different classifiers. Depends on for example, topic. We use LDA, quite heavily. But you'll have to ask for a specific use case where we will use the classifiers. Is there a specific case where you would like? Generally, we use regular classifiers that are very the popular ones, including the trees and naive Bayes and classifiers like that.
Great, thanks. A question here for RapidMiner, which I'm also going to direct to Tom. What are the advantages of RapidMiner compared with AI platforms like IBM Watson and Google Natural Search?
Great question, and well, of course, I'm going to be biased here because I love RapidMiner. I've been using RapidMiner for close to 8 years. So there are differences between those platforms. The Watson one will probably be more like you give them the data and they'll return something to you. RapidMiner is definitely more hands-on and allows you to do more custom integration with your system. I mean, the whole idea behind RapidMiner is we want you to really integrate and really leverage your existing infrastructure and build around that and really become productive and squeeze out your value there. Things like Google Natural Search, Natural Language Search, a great tool, but it is just a subset. I mean, with RapidMiner and what you have here, as Capius has demonstrated, is I mean, you can use our text mining extension, you can use our Mongo extension. There are so many different pieces that you could use with RapidMiner that make it actually, in my mind, the true leader in AI platforms. The other thing that I want to say is, don't listen to me. Go out, look at the G2 crowd reviews. Go out and look at the Gartner reviews out there. You'll see that we are truly a leader that from other people have said before. Great, thanks, Tom.
So a question here for Capius. How do you ensure audio accuracy, for example, different dialects?
Yeah, see, we use an API, which I cannot name what the API is. That is one, which gives fairly a good accuracy. And then we also aid this accuracy by assisting with the corpus that we have, right? So, yeah, it is not just the API. We also enhance the context of context in which the conversation has been done. And we also have varieties of ways in which, for example, if it is English, right? The English in British is different, and in India it is different. So we also try to customize and then try to get as accurate as we can, and then it will be aided by, for example, the the words. We also use the n-grams methods by which we have identified what two words could come again. So we aid all this in order to make out the conversation as accurate as it could be. But still, it is always evolving. Because, any signal to text, there will be loss of fidelity, and we constantly work on improving the accuracy. We are at 80% now when compared to the text, so there is a long for us to go.
Great. So I have a question here that I believe both Tom and you guys might be able to answer. So once the model has been done, how can we integrate it into the business systems? And I'll let Kappia start.
Could you repeat this question, or can Tom answer this and then I'll follow it up?
Sure, no problem. So typically in our visual platform, when you do is let's just hypothetically, you do some cross-validation and you come up with a model that you want to put into production. So it's really just as simple as saving that model and then offloading it, if you want to put it in production, say into a server, which will then pull that model and auto score. People are trying to do different things, like with pickles, with Python, and different things like that. It becomes very difficult in that sense. But with RapidMiner, really the model itself is just an XML representation of the model, and then that can be just a save as and put into production. So you don't need to recode it in Java. You don't need to recode it in C++. It's right there. It's ready to go, and it's deployed on the server.
Thank you, Tom.
Yeah, so if you guys have anything to add just on how they would integrate the model into the business systems, or if not, we can move on to the next question.
Yeah, let's move on.
Okay, great. So the next question, I'll direct this one to Tom. Does RapidMiner have Hadoop connectivity and in-database analytics processing?
So with Hadoop, we have our flagship Hadoop product. If you are evaluating Hadoop and you may be using a Cloudera cluster or Hortonworks or one of the major distributions, I highly suggest to create an account and download our Hadoop operator. It's available for free, and it can use it on multiple nodes and so forth. What makes Hadoop, which stands for RapidMiner on Hadoop, so fantastic is a really super visual way of connecting into your Hadoop structure, into your cluster. It's Spark enabled, allows you to use Spark, it allows you to use Hive, multiple different technologies, multiple different types of file formats, serial and deserial decompression and so forth. It's very rich and deep. I would highly suggest that you download it and play with it. You're going to really like it. Now, the next question regarding in-database streaming. We do have the ability to do some in-database, but we really leave that up to the person who's writing the SQL statement and push that into the database. So we don't have native operators per se to do like some specific tasks in database streaming, but you can write the SQL code, encapsulate it in a read database operator, and then go from there.
Great, thanks, Tom. Kappia, this question's for you. This person is asking, do you have an offer for us to evaluate call center chat analytics?
Yeah, we do have it.
Yeah.
So, what we can do is we can do a private demo to your staff, and then we can help you implement a free POC on your data, and then we can also assist you with free consulting on any of your other RapidMiner implementations. Hello?
Yeah.
Did I put myself on mute?
Oh, okay.
Oh, no, sorry, we have one more question here. How much data or conversations do you need so that your results are statistically significant?
This is a learning algorithm, so the bigger the data, that is better. In the call centers that we have worked on, we typically had something like 10,000 chats a day. That gives us, we never worked with anything lesser. But but I think it is okay because the model always improves, right? So I think 1,000 would do the job. I cannot tell, exactly what would give us the right thing.
Great, thanks. I see we have a ton of questions coming in. Looks like we're almost at the top of the hour. So for anyone who we weren't able to address your question, we will have a record of all the questions that were asked, so we'll go ahead and address those via email. And as a reminder, we're going to be sending a recording of today's presentation if you guys would like to share that. We'll also be sending out a copy of the slides. So here on the last slide on the Q&A, like Cappy has just mentioned, they will do a private demo, and if you want to reach out to them, feel free to do so and contact them, sales@cappiest.com. And also feel free to check out the RapidMiner website, download the RapidMiner platform as well. So looks like we're just about time. If we weren't able to address your questions, we'll be following up with you via email, and also on the RapidMiner side, feel free to check out the RapidMiner community as well. A lot of their questions might be addressed there, so feel free to reach out to us if you would like to ask questions there as well. So thanks everyone for joining us for today's presentation, and we hope you have a great day.
Thank you, everybody. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.